Hey guys, today we're going to be talking about Burning Abyss's place in the metagame given the results of YCS Dusseldorf. Now the deck did not make top cut as I would have expected, and the deck has a set of issues going into this format, following Savage Strike, following the release of Salamangrates, and we're going to go over those now. So first of all, blinding second, this format sucks. It is terrible to be a deck that blinds second right now. You'll also notice that ABC and Cyber Dragons did not do well at this event. And it's pretty easy to see why when you look at what the field is. Salamangrates, Guru Control, Crusadia Guard Dragon, Thunder Dragon, Danger, whatever. They all create these crazy going first boards that are extremely difficult, if not impossible, to break. One that I didn't even mention is all of the Dark Warrior and Danger Orcus decks who are running Azathoth. They summon it on your turn. Burning Abyss is all monster cards, so if they drop that on you, you literally just lose, and you don't really have any outs to it. Other than, you know, maybe if you kaiju the Time Thief Redoer, and even then, you know, your odds of winning are not always fantastic. So the main strength of Burning Abyss is its ability to go second, drop a kaiju, OTK with Boral Sword Dragon, but it's just not the best deck at doing that anymore. We compare it to a deck like Danger Orcus. So what separates Burning Abyss from Danger Orcus? I think that's an important question that we need to answer, and then we can kind of get into why Burning Abyss has lost its niche. So Burning Abyss is obviously separates itself from Danger Orcus with its Burning Abyss cards. Danger Orcus runs a lot of dangers and stuff just like Burning Abyss, but it doesn't have the ability to make Dante or Beatrice or any of those cards. So Burning Abyss, most of its strength lays in running cards like Graph and Seer and Fiendish Rhino Warrior, so by extension you kind of have 4 copies of Graph. You have your 2-card Beatrice combo where you're using Graph or Fiendish Rhino Warrior and another level 3 to have an Underclock Taker and a Dante, or an Underclock Taker and a Beatrice if you would decide to discard a Burning Abyss to upgrade your Dante to a Beatrice. So in order to access Beatrice, you not only need to be able to make Dante, but you have to actually have a Burning Abyss card in your hand to discard for it. So that requires us to play, you know, not just the Graph and Seer, but we need to play lots of, quite frankly, mediocre to bad cards. The Burning Abyss archetype is starting to show its age. Yes, it is really good to just summon monsters from your hand to the field for free for no reason really at all. You just have to have no back row to do so. And while that was really, really good back in 2014, 2015, it's starting to really just not make the cut anymore when we have cards like Dangers in the metagame. So Graph, Seer, amazing cards. Farfa, okay. The rest of them are just kind of situational, and they're just names. They're also xenophobic. They blow up if any other archetype cards are on the board. If you have a Graph, you can't just summon any other level 3. You have to have another Burning Abyss monster. So unfortunately, the Burning Abyss cards themselves are not very good. Obviously, Beatrice is still an amazing card, but Beatrice by herself is not a good enough going first board, and for that reason Burning Abyss has been forced to blind second, regardless of whether it's better to go first or not. And they also lost Snow, which was one of the best things to send off of Beatrice, so we're stuck sending something like Farfa off of the Beatrice, which sucks. In an ideal world, we'd be able to get Farfa as a material, even maybe if we're doing a more extensive combo like the Summon Sorceress combo that Burning Abyss has that lets you choose a material to put under her. You could send Snow and send a Farfa or something, but we're stuck just sending the Farfa, which is okay as disruption, but it doesn't permanently get rid of an issue. It can potentially disrupt combos, but really it's just temporarily banishing one monster. Beatrice also, there are ways to out her that are fairly generic, while she can be a pain to get rid of, and you know, she was really good not that long ago. Nightmare Unicorn still does technically do the job. Their Widow Anchor can still steal her. she would sometimes have to burn her effect just to send Alec to the graveyard to prevent her from being stolen in the Sky Striker matchup. That's not super optimal. She also just doesn't have the ability to maintain Hydra Lander anymore. That's sort of part of Snow being banned, is that one thing Burning Abyss did have going for it, if it did have to go first, is that if it was able to get to Hydra Lander, Beatrice sending Snow not only is a disruption, but it helps make sure that it keeps your Hydra Lander live, which is a second disruption. It's a destruction on your opponent's turn, quick effect, and you could quickly turn around into your next turn and OTK them with the board that you've already established. Can't really do that anymore. The Earth variant of Burning Abyss, which does run Hydra Lander still, you have to cut a whole bunch of danger cards, in which case you're sort of, in many ways, just sort of generically worse than Danger Orcus. The danger cards are so powerful. Having to cut them to run Hydra Lander, it feels really bad, and I don't think it's particularly worth it. Any single disruption can often just kill Earth Burning Abyss's turn. If you Ash Blossom the Graph, for example, that can be very catastrophic because you don't have dangers to save your play and extend it and keep it going, so that at least you have something. I've been playtesting the Earth Burning Abyss deck, and it's neat, but and I think you can top with it at regionals and whatever, but at premier events, there's just too many opportunities for you to get screwed up. It doesn't play through boards going second very well either. So yeah, mediocre going first, boards going second. Again, a single negate can totally screw everything over because you're not playing very many danger cards, and so many decks are playing so many negates. So what little chance you would have had with the more danger heavy variant is now gone. So we can contrast Burning Abyss, particularly the danger build, with Danger Orcus, because let's look at the cards that are different. So again, I established that the strength that Burning Abyss has is the good Burning Abyss cards like Graph, Seer, Dante, Beatrice, but you also have to run a bunch of bad Burning Abyss cards. So what if we just cut all of those cards and replaced them with good cards, which is essentially what Danger Orcus is. So if we take the 9 or 10 Burning Abyss cards out, we can replace those things with Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, Phantom Sky Blaster, Neospace Connector. Neospace Connector is a better tour guide that is at 3. It's not searchable as easily by like Skarm or something, but you can get it with reinforcement of the army, so you can play like 4 copies effectively. And its search target is Aqua Dolphin, which can take a hand trap out of your opponent's hand or something like that. So just it's really hard to justify playing Burning Abyss cards when there's so many other good cards that you could just play instead. And you just need 2 link materials for the Nightmare Mermaid or the Nightmare Orcus combo. And Burning Abyss can run Orcus cards, but you really want to be special summoning 2 Burning Abyss monsters when you could just activate Sky Striker Mobilize Engage, search Hornet Drones, that and Kagari equals 2 materials. You can just normal summon the Neospace Connector, you can normal summon Phantom Sky Blaster, you can summon 2 Dangers, etc, 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 etc. So why would you play Burning Abyss? And so when I say that it's sort of lost its niche in the meta, that's what I mean. Danger Orcus is Burning Abyss in spirit, but just better. So I would really like to see Burning Abyss return to the meta, but I'm just not really seeing it, at least until we get Cherubini. Once we get Cherubini, maybe we can justify playing it again, because it sends Burning Abyss cards to the graveyard. It can't send generic cards to the graveyard, and so that makes cards like Graph much more valuable than it was before. So maybe we'll see a resurgence of Burning Abyss. Once we get that card, we can play PK Fire or something. We'll probably see the Azathoth combo be banned. We might see Summon Sorceress get banned, in which case the current Orcus Danger deck wouldn't work anymore, and maybe for that reason we could see Burning Abyss at least have its niche back. It's still going to struggle with the fact that decks like Salamangreat exist, they have a counter trap, they can end on first turn Abyss Dweller. You know, just how do you play through that? And the answer is, well, you kind of don't. So it just kind of sucks. It's a sucky situation. Again, maybe Cherubini, maybe if we get Needle Fiber, it can do something again. But for the time being, Burning Abyss is a fun deck for locals, maybe something to get your invite at regionals if you don't have the budget for a better deck like Danger Orchist. You know, sucks for me, honestly. I was playing Burning Abyss. The other decks I've been playing are like Prank Kids and Altergeist, which are both also not doing very well right now. So I don't know what I'm going to play. If you have any suggestions or you guys want to see me play something, do deck profiles on, whatever, etc. I'm open to suggestions, you know, just what you guys would like to see on this channel. I'm obviously still going to do Burning Abyss content. I still love the deck, but I think we're just gonna have to wait. We're gonna have to wait for the metagame to shift a little bit for us to get new cards, new tricks, before we really see Burning Abyss be a premier event level deck again. So those are my thoughts on Burning Abyss following YCS Dusseldorf. I really enjoy the prospect of making videos again. If you didn't catch my last video, yeah, I'm sorry for being gone. I'm back. I'm really excited to do a lot more, and I will see you guys in those future videos. Bye.